What's up everyone, welcome to another episode. Today I thought I'm gonna take you along on a little bit of a Swift ride and give you a little bit of some happy, exciting and some slightly sad and not so great news for the channel. So let's kick things off maybe on the negative side first. So if you remember, or if you've watched one of my previous videos, especially the one where I took some gravel tires and put them on my wheels and mounted them on my Bossy Strada SS to try out gravel properly here in Berlin, you might know that I kind of liked it quite a bit and I was ready to build a proper gravel bike as an upcoming episode. So after that, I spoke with my friends over at Bossy, and they've been so kind to actually offer sending over a gravel dedicated frame so that I can properly experience this whole gravel world. And of course, that got me super excited. So I got online, I purchased a brand new GRX 810 group set, a mechanical group set with mechanical shifting, because I was excited to have another bike that has mechanical shifting, putting cables through the frame and so on and so forth. A little bit of those old school building vibes. I also got a couple of other very exciting parts for this build. So Elili sent over another carbon/titanium crankset, so ultralight. I upgraded this one with a wolf tooth 1x chainring. Also big one sent over one of their budget line, let's say bottom bracket, which is still supposed to be top notch. And then of course, this bike needed some proper wheels. So for this, my friends over at Number 6 Wheels sent over this beautiful G45 wheels, which I equipped with some Pirelli Cinturato Adventure in a nice and chunky 45mm width to pretty much fly smoothly like on a couch over all that gravel path. So as you might notice, this is a build that I'm very, very excited for. But Bossy has sent out the frame already long before Christmas. It was actually making quite some good progress on the shipping side. And then somehow it seemed to be stuck in Germany, in Düsseldorf at, I think customs declaration. So I called them 2 or 3 times because that package didn't move for a week, but it was before Christmas, right after Black Friday, so I thought that maybe they're just loaded up with a lot of work. But then one day, a lady from FedEx called me, telling me that even though this package appears as scanned in Germany, it's actually only the scan of the container where the package was supposed to be in, and the actual package hasn't actually been scanned for quite a while, and that she's declaring it as lost, and that I should either get a refund or replacement, which of course it's not that easy with a sponsored frame. So of course, my contact over at Bossy as well as me, we're quite shocked that a package of this size with quite an expensive frame, especially at those shipping costs that FedEx is charging, just disappears. So they started another investigation with I think one of their shipping agents, and they're now looking deeper into it. So I'm still hopeful that a package is still going to show up at some point and that we can continue with this build. But I also have to point out that Bossy have really been absolute legends, because my contact said that either way, if they now find the package or not, we'll find a solution for this problem, that we can continue with this project, because I think we both are quite excited for it. I mean, maybe me more than they are, but I think both sides want to follow through with this project. So I hope soon to have better news on this topic. So now let's maybe move to the slightly more exciting and happy news. And it is that I'm going to be going to Mallorca to have a little bit of off time. There's going to be a lot of solo riding, but also for the second week, 2 of my cycling buddies are joining. So there's going to be a lot of small group rides there, trying to push each other, or maybe them pushing me, because I think they're way stronger than I am. But for this trip, of course, I'm going to be bringing my Bossy Strada SS, this time equipped with these ultralight brisk wheels that I've been riding for a while. I've been very happy about, but I haven't tried them in any extreme situations like super long climbs or long and very fast descents, which is something that Mallorca is offering. So I'm very excited to test out those wheels in that surrounding where I've been testing already a couple of bikes and a couple of other wheel sets. But now I would love to hear some feedback from you or some input on maybe what kind of topics or tests you would like me to do while I'm in Mallorca, because of course that is kind of the perfect environment to do any kind of testing and any kind of reviews. Maybe I'm going to be able to convince one of my buddies to also swap out their wheels for one of the wheels that I'm currently having under test, just to have 2 wheel sets to test there. So give me input down in the comments on what you would like to see as an output from that trip. And then the last topic I want to cover in this slightly off video is about getting to know more about you and about your interests outside of cycling. Because with this channel, and now with me pretty much almost arriving at the boss of frames, at least for me personally, with the Bossy Strada SS. So in the past, I had a lot of drive to like reach out to other companies, ask for test frames, to build them up, to test ride them, to compare them. But these days I feel, a lot of things are gonna have a very hard time for me personally to reach the excitement and ride experience that I'm getting from the Bossy frame. I mean, maybe except an Aeroad or one of those new Sika frames would be very interesting. But aside of that, I think it's going to be very, very difficult to convince me to test another frame. Similar topic with wheel sets. I mean, I've been declining now lots of reviews for wheels because these days they are just good. Most of the brand names are just really good, at least for me. I can barely feel any difference when riding and comparing them. So it doesn't make sense to do the same video over and over again, basically just mentioning another brand name and the rest staying the same. Number 6 was kind of the only brand that now convinced me to do another test, because they are obviously significantly different when it comes to the inner width of their wheels being significantly wider. So I was very interested to see how much of an impact that actually has, and if a casual rider like me can actually feel any difference there. So that review is coming up. But you might ask, why am I telling you all of this? And it is because I want to see if I can expand this channel slightly beyond cycling with, I would say, cycling adjacent topics. So for me, cycling adjacent topics are things like experimenting with drafting and designing your own kit. Like this, for example, is a prototype that I was designing a couple months back. Or coffee. I mean, isn't cycling and coffee the typical stereotype? Don't they two belong together? So this is something that I'm also experimenting with recently, as well as maybe dipping into the car sector. I mean, recently you've seen Kia sponsoring one of my videos, because sometimes we cyclists do a road trip to a nice destination and we need a car for that. Are we interested in these kind of topics? So this is, for example, another topic that I'm very interested in myself, but that's actually not so important. More important is, what I want to learn is, what are your other passions or deep hobbies that you have outside of cycling? I'd be very interested in that, so definitely let me know down in the comments below. So I would say this is going to be it for this slightly different episode of Off the Trainer, but I felt like sharing and asking a little bit before we move on to the Mallorca video. So I would say, as always, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.